This just in. Carlos Mencia has been booked on the Opie and Anthony show next week.
Yikes. Yikes.
Is that true, Ben? Why don't you tell Joe Rogan to his face that you just booked the enemy?
Oh, that's not don't do that, man.
Listen, dude, it's going to be beautiful.
I'm just putting him in
I don't even have to be
Joe's going to choke Ben out.
Yeah.
Next break.
Listen, I've done my work, and let him come in here, and his pale words will fall out his mouth like dry bricks and just crumple.
This is kind of like a Tupac Biggie thing.
Yeah.
But you're both you guys are West Coast, though.
You know, it's nothing like that. This is a joke thief and a comedian.
We got to get you a nickname, though, now.
Really?
Yeah,
the
you need a
Punisher
nickname.
versus...
The Punisher! Fuck! White people!
Wow.
All right, let's try to get a name for Joe. All right. I don't even know what to do next because that was amazing on the radio. We just got to regroup a little bit.
You know what, man? It's been coming a long time, and this stupid fuck, it didn't even have to happen. It wouldn't have happened if he didn't talk about me on this radio show. If he didn't talk about me on that Tucson radio show, which he probably thought I would never hear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he didn't talk about me on Opie and Anthony. He talked about me on something he thought I would never hear in fucking Tucson. And that guy, you know, thank God he had some balls, and he fucking emailed me that clip. You know, that was it. He started it. That's all I needed to hear.
Yeah.
He launched the first Scud missile, and I just dropped a fucking nuclear bomb on his head.
All right, well, you know.
Which is an easy target. It's rather large.
Fuck!
I'm sure you've realized by now.
I had to throw something in. I got nothing.
Lobbing
something in there. Just bringing up these obscure. What about Larry the Cable Guy, huh, Bill? You ever hear that fishing story joke before?
Get her done.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck?
All right, we got a lot of
these guys.
We got a lot of instant feedback coming in.
I used to say, like, finish it up. And I think he fucking, get her done. Bastard.
We got a lot of instant feedback coming in. I got to get through some of these. Chubsy from Jersey. I didn't know Joe Rogan was a comic. I thought he was just a game show host. Fucking bipolar Bob Barker. Chris from Boston. Hey, guys, give Joe a golden ticket. Yeah, we're going to save a few more shows from regular radio. We already discussed that with you. You should be doing a show in that.
No, I would love to. It's just, you know what, man? When I did the Man Show, when I did Fear Factor and the Man Show at the same time, I had no fucking life, and I hated it, and it killed me. And I'm so terrified of being greedy again. Because that's what I did in the first one. I got greedy. I'm like, I can work 7 days a week. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Dude,
so we shouldn't take our TV meeting today?
Listen.
We got a TV meeting today.
You know what? I don't know. You do what you got to do.
We'll see what they have to say.
It killed me, man.
But Ann and I are already like, whatever. We've been through this a million fucking times. Everyone has a great idea to bring us to TV, and it never pans out.
Yeah, it's a show called Fright Factory. We're doing, people going to be eating like horse asses.
That's the difference between me and other. I'll tell you, please rip my show off.
Just please rip it off.
I don't care.
It seems like you're looking forward to the day they actually cancel you.
You know what? Because I'm looking forward to the day where they won't let me be a whore anymore. That's what it is. It's like if they keep paying me, I have to keep doing it. It's too much fucking money. I just stop and I think about it. I go, how much? And that's for 3 days. Fuck it, I got to keep doing it. And my manager will go, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, fucking, let's just keep doing it.
Yeah, go.
Just keep going.
And I'm not saying that I'm not thankful, and don't get me wrong. You should be thankful. I am grateful, but realistically, I mean, how many times can you watch someone gag on animal cock, before you just don't feel creatively fulfilled anymore? And how much money do you have to stockpile? It becomes that like, how much do I need if I want to live like a fucking pimp for the rest of my life? How much more do I need?
Just a little more. It's always just a little more.
Tastes just get higher and higher, and I have a big giant Scarface house now. Dude, people come over my house and they just go, what the fuck? My living room, seriously, is like a fucking museum. It's enormous. It's like 3,000 square feet with marble flooring and a big spiral marble staircase, and I have all this art from Asia, all these carved Thai Buddhas, and all this crazy shit that's just worth shitloads of money. And I can just buy it. I can just go buy it. Go, give me that.
Look at it and go, all from fucking people eating horse cock.
That's his business stuff. That'll get you 3,000 square feet.
Right.
Business.
What are
That's
we
his
doing
business.
wrong, Anthony?
God
Business.
damn.
It's insane. It doesn't make any sense. But you know what, man? Fuck it. You know, I mean, I use it as almost like a little exercise. Like a lot of people, like you know, Buddhism. Like they think that you're supposed to not use material goods and not have sex because you know those things can possess you. But I've taken the exact opposite, and I think you just need to make so much fucking money that objects don't mean anything anymore.
Right.
Because you can just go get them. They don't mean anything. Everything in the store is free. You want to go to the store, you can just, what do you want on TV? You just go get that. You give me,
When
you
nothing
plastic,
is special
write that
anymore,
down.
and nothing is wanted,
it's
you
still
yearn
fun.
for nothing,
Exactly.
then you can truly
Be
start
free.
looking into yourself.
Yes, for real.
Right.
And with sex, the same thing with sex. You know, I had this argument with a monk. I had this argument with a monk where he was talking to me. I did this thing on the Man Show. It was really interesting where I pretended that I was looking for a religion.
I'd
and
love
so
to
I
see
went
you
to
argue
talk.
with a monk.
I did.
What the fuck?
No. I'm rational, man. I slowly, rationally talk. I said, no, why do you masturbate? He's like, no. I go, what do you do with those urges? Like, I don't do anything. I said, you don't ever have sex in it. No, because if you have sex controls you.
It's tying
I go,
up your mind.
What if you get so much pussy that it's no big deal? You can just get some pussy, you know. You just go get sex. And then it's no big deal. Then it's just a part of life. Then it's just a natural human process.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what about that? And he's like, no, it possesses you. I go, does it? Or are you just too fucking weak to handle it? Because that's what I think it is. I think most people are and that's the cop-out. The cop-out
Then he
is
said,
they don't take it at all.
motherfucker, and they started duking it out, a monk and Joe Rogan.
It was like the old Kung Fu show.
Finished up and drank some of that Trappist monk
Choke
beer.
him out with his robe.
Like clearly, it's just a nice excuse for me to keep doing the show.
All right, we got more instant feedback. Drew from North Carolina. Joe Rogan equals Joke Diva. I don't know what that one is.
Joke diva.
Fast Freddy, Jamaica Station. Can Joe please explain how I could get or make pot lollipops?
You know what? I'm sure there's sites on the internet. You know, just do a Google on how to make pot lollipops.
The internet just amazing. It's made everything
Fucking
available
awesome.
to people.
It's awesome.
You could buy any drugs you want
Yeah.
online.
Yeah.
People are doing that all the time. It's like, I want some Vicodin. Don't want to go to a doctor. Don't want to have to come up with that reason for a prescription. Little that Canadian
and now you
Vicodin
can
gets
get
shipped
it on
right
your
over to
fucking
you.
cell phone.
Now, right on your
I mean,
phone.
how crazy is that shit? You can just get it on your phone. I mean, my phone has high speed. It's got that EVDO from Verizon. It's high speed internet
I
access, really
just
high
got
speed.
that, yeah.
It's like it's like broadband. It's like DSL. It's insane.
I can
watch
watch
video
Fox
clips.
News. I can watch Fox News live on my phone now.
It's amazing.
Just like if I need info,
And the video's
info's
not
there
choppy
right
at
for
all.
you.
No.
That's what the future was about that
finally
no one
figured
ever
it out.
saw.
Yeah.
We always thought it was the tall circular buildings with the rings around it, the flying cars and the Mylar fucking suits.
Yeah.
But it turns out, I was just looking down the street the other day in front of a diner, and I looked down the street and I said to my chick, I go, this is the same fucking street as it was in 1965. I mean, it's like one of those villages in Long Island where it's the same old fucking building. That telephone pole's been there for 40 fucking years. The street lights, the same fucking thing. Where's the flying car? Where's the fucking...
Where's the jetpacks?
Where's the jetpacks? Where's the
Yeah.
moving sidewalks? Where's
Yeah.
all that bullshit we were lied to, never got it. But then I start thinking, it's like, no, it's about getting drugs on your phone. It's about saying, I want to see a guy getting killed by being fucked by a horse, and in 2 seconds, it's right in front of your fucking
It's
face.
on your
That's
trio.
the future. That was the future we never imagined. The future we never dreamed of. The future sci-fi writers never imagined. Spock never fucking popped up horse cock on his tricorder. It was always, what's around the corner? What are we landing on? It was always about information. No matter how sick it is, it's available at our fingertips in a split second. Thank you. I love it.
You know, on Star Trek, they didn't even realize that we were going to have phones. They thought
Right.
that was too ridiculous. They had a walkie-talkie.
It was just a walkie-talkie.
Over. You know, they didn't even... I mean, we thought, that's insane. A little tiny... Meanwhile, we're not flying to other planets. We got way better shit than them.
It's got the flip top.
They got it at Radio Shack.
Yeah.
Over.
And they would flip it open.
Kirk out.
And I love the fact that sometimes if there was interference and he'd tap it and go, come on, Scotty, and turn that dial and you'd hear like, boo. It's fucking analog. An analog
They hadn't
flip
even
phone.
figured out digital.
And now all that shit's right there. The flip phone, you're getting live video feeds on your phone. internet. You check your email, man, right there,
insane, right
on
there.
the move, walking down the sidewalk. Yeah.
During the
Love
break,
it.
did Steve help you out?
Yes.
Okay, good. We should talk about that. You had no idea, and now...
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve is the master. No, he knows everything about the web.
All right, Steve just hooked up Joe Rogan big time. Tony from whackbag.com. I just researched Carlos Mencia, and what Joe Rogan said isn't accurate.
What?
He was born Ned Mencia.
No, that's not true. That's the Internet Movie Database. It's a lie. That's not his real last name. His last name is Holness. That's not true. He's lied to the Internet Movie Database. The Internet Movie Database, by the way, also says Brian Callen, who's a very good friend of mine, is my half-brother, which is not true.
Really?
Yeah, that's incorrect. It's his half-brother to Joe Rogan. That's not true. There's a lot of shit on the Internet Movie Database. It's not true.
He was born Ned Mencia and given the name Carlos by his aunt who took him in. His parents are from Mexico and Honduras.
No, Germany and Honduras.
Is Joe jealous because Mind of Mencia is actually funny?
Sure, absolutely.
Here's
Terribly jealous.
here's the reason Internet Movie Database
What's the
shouldn't be taken seriously.
You're
Here's
jealous
for Jimmy
of the
Norton.
Punisher.
Now works on Jimmy Norton. Now works on nickname Lil Jimmy and Liddy. This is from Internet Movie Database about Jim Norton. Now works on the national radio show Opie and Anthony, XM Satellite Radio full time. Describes himself as a meaty-breasted little nothing. Grew up in Jersey. He's been doing stand-up for 15 years. And then trivia. Favorite song is Karma Chameleon by Culture Club. Enjoyed playing the game Monster Rain as a child. This is all on Internet Movie Database. So I think in order to update it, all you have to do is register. And you, as a citizen, can just put anything you want on people's sites.
A rumor gets out. A
rumor
becomes that.
And that's that.
My friend Brian, I always call him my brother from a different mother. That's the joke, you know? Because he's a close friend.
And it makes it onto the...
Yeah, it's facts.
Also, they just released a press release, Anthony. XM Satellite tops 5 million subscribers.
Oh, wait. Whoa, big announcement.
It's official.
Holy
5
shit.
mil, huh?
5 million subscribers.
Didn't we just announce 4?
Yeah.
God damn.
Seriously, like,
They're
what?
just getting a million people at a clip now.
Beginning of summer, maybe?
Yeah, that's...
When we first signed on, we were excited when, like, they would announce a couple 100,000 new subs.
Well, we had our choice between the two companies, and at the time, XM had 2 million subscribers, and Ant and I were like, wow, that's a great place to start. And the little doggy company had, like, 50,000 or something crazy like that. They were nowhere.
Yeah.
And now, only a year later, we're celebrating a year on XM, by the way.
Congratulations.
It's coming Monday. Now it's 5 million. In one short year, they did 3 million.
You know, I can't even listen to regular radio anymore. I've had this. I got a new car and I haven't got the XM in it, and I try to listen to regular talk radio. It's like they can't even fucking swear. Like they can't even tell the truth.
Get close to swearing. I mean, now it has nothing to do.
They can't even talk about what they want to talk about. Even subject matter, they can't. It's insane.
We were talking about our agent, and the one thing I did remember before I nodded off at the table when Bob Eatman was talking.
Oh, my God, this guy's such a bore. Jesus Christ.
Was the fact that now the FCC's whole thing is, well, we knew what you meant. And they're fining people on we knew what you meant.
Because everyone knew what you meant.
No matter what kind of code words you use, you could say, you know,
how can that hold up
lick her cooch or lick her coochie. Coochie's not a bad word. Used in that context, it's still not a bad word. But they'll say, we knew you meant cunt. And you might as well have said it because now we're going to fine you like you did.
Wow. Yep. Do you think that what they're trying to do is that maybe they know it's ridiculous and they're just trying to somehow or another scare people and slow down the inevitable shift to uncensored radio? I mean, they must know that rationally people are going to want that. They must know that if you put that out there, that people are going to want that. And so they're just trying so hard to suppress it that they're going way overboard. It's like when we did news radio, I remember there was an episode that we wanted to say penis. We wanted to say penis like 3 times. They said we couldn't. So we put it in the script like 30 times. So we said, look, we'll take 20 penises out.
Right. You got a bargain.
We put like extra penises out.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I mean, do you think they're doing that but the opposite? They're just they're crushing everything so that, you know, they just somehow or another slow down the tide.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what it is. Why
think it's more so just plain old politics, the commissions that they put in place, the FCC, and then the congressional committees that are in charge of the FCC. They say, well, we got to protect the children, and the voters go, hey, this guy's protecting my children. I'm going to vote for him. You know, that's what they're doing. Because who the hell comes up against shit like that as a politician? I say we allow the kids to hear fuck. You know, it sounds great, and he'd get my vote.
Yeah.
But that guy's never. We've talked in the past about the fact that New York, the city, used to have bottomless dancing. It used to have bottomless. You could go to a strip club, get a beer, and watch pussy in front of your face as you're drinking beer in a strip club. And then some politician thought his constituency would vote for him if he got them to put panties on. But once you do that, it's done.
It's doctrine.
There is no guy that could go, and I will bring back bottomless dancing. You know, he's got a bunch of degenerates voting for him, but for the most part, once you go over that line, that never comes back. We will never again see bottomless dancing.
I also like that whole suggestion that if you're drinking and you just see titties, you can control yourself.
You're fine.
But the second you see a pussy, that you're just going to be trampling the
It's
stage.
over. Because the
LA.
booze, the pussy.
That's how it is in L.A. In L.A., they show pussy, but if you have liquor, you can't show pussy.
Yeah. What
But in
the
Vegas,
fuck?
they're like, whatever.
Whatever
you want.
You got.
What do
You're
you want,
gambling
24 hours?
for the pussy.
Fine.
It's wonderful.
Whores have billboards. I'll come to your room and suck your cock. I mean, it's a billboard, practically. I mean, it practically says that. Gorgeous models will come and entertain you in your room.
In your room.
Whoa.
I mean, she's not juggling ass. Paul.
I'm showing you fucking card tricks.
They pull one of those stripper Domino's cars with a little whore picture of her.
Hey, Jack LaLanne is on TV. 91.
Oh, look at him.
91 years young today.
This guy's 91.
And he just proved that he could still lift his legs up. They were
He needs to do some squats.
they were doing some exercises, and basically he was doing like knee lifts.
He's all upper body, isn't he?
Celebrating 90 years of healthy living.
Oh, man.
Really? And what about you,
He
Elaine?
dresses like he's going to go work on an airplane.
And blue coveralls.
No, but I do. I work out every day. And, you know, he just turned 91 yesterday.
Yeah, were you out
celebrating?
I did turn 91.
And I'm on my way to 80.
Okay.
I can't afford it, actually.
You robbed the cradle, Jack.
That's how I get my exercise.
Yeah, he did.
You got talking about fucking his wife.
Yeah, let's go,
Right in
Elaine.
the chair.
All right.
Sitting on.
All right.
Oh,
Are we getting up or sitting? What are we doing?
Well,
right
Jack
here.
likes to do this one.
All right, let's do
He
the
did
easy one.
This is the one we did a minute ago.
All right.
He's in the chair doing
One
some
knee
chair
in each chest,
exercises.
like that. And you folks at home, I want you to do it too. This is
You guys want to try it?
help to get rid of that
Let's
old.
go for it. Let's
Yeah,
go for
my
it. What do we
God.
want?
In.
I'm dying already, Jack. Let's
Yeah,
go.
come on.
It looks like we're in the movie theater.
Oh my God, they're lifting their legs up.
Now both together.
You know what, though? 91. Joe Rogan's doing it.
This really deep pots you. That gets right there.
Oh, he's
Gets
touching
down
her.
to your thigh.
You know what, though?
How are we going to
91
depot
fucking
Joe
years old.
Rogan?
Not feeling it.
91 years old, though.
Crazy.
There are people in their, 70s that are drooling in nursing homes, and this motherfucker's on
You
TV.
got to give it to him, of course.
Yeah, I mean, he is keeping
Absolutely.
it up.
What do you think all those guys, the three people to the left, really wanted to do in entertainment?
Oh, actor.
Totally.
You know, they've all accepted an Oscar in their bedroom.
Right.
Like just fantasizing about
Yeah.
it. Now they're sitting there with this fucking 90-year-old guy.
Doing dopey exercises in their chair.
Seated aerobics.
With a tie on.
With a guy lunging
fucking
in his
stupid
suit.
neck ornament he's got hanging off of his.
That guy camped out waiting for us to leave after we fucked up.
The wife
Really?
is kind of
Yep.
steadying him, though, like, just in case he...
Who's going for the juice?
Over here.
And get the juice. Tell me about it.
We're the only ones.
This guy can't wait for this segment to be over.
There is
Okay,
no
you wanna say
credibility
something?
left
Yeah,
in the
what's
news.
in it?
There is nothing left in the news. I cannot watch it anymore. These people cannot deliver my news and do chair workouts like this. It just doesn't work.
Hey, there was a big story yesterday that we never got to. I got the audio. It'll just be a surprise to everybody.
All righty, Opie.
I don't think we mentioned it on the show, so listen to this.
We're going to spend a few moments now talking about this new study which found that left-handed women may be at higher risk for early-age breast cancer.
If you're left-handed
Gee.
and a woman, you're at a higher risk for breast cancer.
Yes.
That makes
How the
absolutely
fuck
no
did they
sense.
figure that out?
Well, if you
who's
think a little
studies on
deeper into the whole thing, it is a hormonal thing to be
Well,
left-handed in
Joe
the womb.
Rogan's very high right now. What are you thinking when you hear something like that?
Who cares? I don't have tits.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't have tits.
There you go. Joe
How
Rogan
old
quoted
do
as saying.
chicks get before they get breast cancer?
Well, let's take a listen here.
Early age breast cancer.
Early age. Wow.
This really surprised a lot of people, certainly around our office, and so we wanted the bottom line on whether lefties are at greater risk of this and other problems, and so we brought in ABC News medical contributor Dr. David Katz. And David, I'm inclined, looking at this, to say this is silly. I mean, it's like saying, look, we found a statistical correlation between people who own parrots and people who have cancer, therefore parrots cause cancer.
Right.
But that could be.
It seems counterintuitive to me that left-handers would be at a greater risk for early-age breast cancer.
You raise a good point, Charlie, that sometimes these associations that come out of studies are not about cause and effect, and we don't know that that's the case here. That this is an association between left-handedness and breast cancer. But it could be possible for a number of reasons, one of which is that there are genes associated with left-handedness, and there are genes that raise the risk for various cancers. And if those genes are neighbors and travel together, when you get the one, you could get the others.
So what do you do then? You start becoming right-handed?
No, because it's already predetermined. You're just done. Right in the womb. Right when the sperm digs into that egg cell, that's it. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick. There's the death clock winding down, and there ain't shit you can do about it.
Isn't that the case with everybody anyway, though?
It is.
It is.
But as far as that goes, it's just, that DNA helix might as well be wrapped around your fucking throat. It's choking you. It's choking you. The slow death. There it is. And left-handedness might be something that, because it's happening as you're being formed, that same thing might have an association with breast cancer. And there you go.
I found an association between left-handed people and being more intelligent. I know a lot of left-handed people that are really fucking smart.
But that's one of those stats that could be. There are so many skewed stats. That whole thing I just heard driving in. They said families that eat dinner together, the kids have less instances of drug abuse. If you think about it, it has nothing to do with dinner together. If you're a family that's eating dinner together, you're probably
raising your kids right.
Yeah, you're communicating better and you're doing other things. It's like, that's the same kind of
I just
stat.
met in my own life, my own personal life, like the people that I've met who are left-handed were almost always pretty clever.
Yeah.
Just, I don't remember ever meeting a
probably
left-handed
some other
person
in the
who's a
womb
fucking
thing.
idiot.
That's a Joe Rogan study.
I don't know.
We got to get on the news.
Do you know any left-handed idiots? I mean, maybe there's a few. I mean, I'm sure there must be, but I don't recall ever meeting any.
True. Yeah.
I don't know.
You know something?
You're
They're all
left-handed?
kind of clever.
Yeah, but you're smart.
Are you?
I'm an idiot.
Are you left-handed?
You're smart. Bill Burr.
Dude, one day I'm going to bring in my high school transcript.
Really?
Yo.
Were you good or bad?
Awful.
Awful?
I ever have kids someday, and
That's why you're a good comic.
they ever get hands on that information, I won't be able to say shit to them.
They won't have to do anything.
Look at you fucking.
I mean,
look at you, Dad.
How many good comics were good in school?
Yeah.
It's so boring.
I didn't even graduate. I did not
No,
graduate
but
high
Joe?
school. No.
This is the difference. I tried.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
I gave up.
I took all the SAT prep classes.
Ooh.
I did all that.
Oh, you tried and stunk?
Yeah, I was literally sitting there, as I was doing the questions, I would try, okay, I don't really know this one, but I know it's not D, and I would literally try to limit it down.
I was so baffled.
I got like a 804 combined.
804, oh, combined.
Yeah, and what was the highest? Like
wow, that's really bad.
You got 804 in your SATs combined.
Combined, yeah.
Yeah.
I was so baffled in high school. The only reason I went to college at all was so that people wouldn't think I was a loser. That's all. Because I remember I took a year off, and I was telling everybody I took a year off. I'm taking a year off. And
you were a loser.
That's great.
You ain't going back.
I'm like, shit. I gotta go to college, so people don't think I'm a loser. But I had no intention of ever getting a job.
I was just one of those poster boys for not doing pot. Like I shouldn't have done, because pot fucked me up. I was so good in school growing up, and then the second I started smoking pot, over, Johnny. Over. I would want to be stoned all the time, and I was. I woke up, I'd smoke before I even started getting ready for school, to go to school. And then I go, and like fate would do things to me. I remember I had a test. It was some big fucking deal test I was supposed to take. I'm walking to school, and I said, I'm not smoking pot today. I was walking to school, and I found a nickel bag of pot on the sidewalk walking to fucking school. And of course I smoked it. I'm stoned for this big important fucking test. It was fate. I had to, and then constantly. And then I was the guy that was out with all my friends smoking pot for every period, and I'd never realized that they would just be out for one period, and I'm there for every single one of them. Like, there's my friend Joe, and there's Frank, but not on the same time. I never went to any class. They were just skipping one class. I'm skipping all of them to hang out with each and every one of them just to smoke pot. And when my high school dean came up to me and actually said, look, you're doing nothing here. Take the rest of the year off and come back and see if you could apply yourself because you're doing nothing.
That's a great dean, though.
And I was like, yeah I'm
no
off.
Shit.
It started working.
That was supposed to teach you a lesson? Are you
It teach me a lesson. I never went back. That was it. I just never went back.
Of actually coming back. That's like the classic line right before you begin the life of being a loser. Yeah, I'm just taking a year off.
A year off.
I'm going to get my head
See?
together.
Yeah, a year off.
That's what I felt like.
I started working. I had money.
Yeah.
You know, it was nothing, but it was more money than I had going to school. I was able to, put gas in the car and get a little Jack Daniels and cigarettes for the weekend. It was the perfect life. All my friends are in school. I'm driving around. And I spent all my time at the school.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Like hang around like the auto shop parking lot.
I'm kicked out, but I'm at the school.
Doing donuts
Smoking pot. Hey, I don't fucking go here anymore. Fuck you. Just here for the chicks.
I remember
What
that.
a loser.
I remember
great,
some
though.
guys had
Come
graduated like 2 years
that's
before, and they were still hanging out there, and you're like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Dude.
Oh, yeah, they got like
Real
a full
bad.
beard, and they come up like, so where are the parties?
This is something really fucked up about a 21-year-old dating an 18-year-old. It's like, why?
It's beyond creepy.
You know, or
Still in
17,
school.
like a high school senior, and the guy's like 20.
Got to
like,
deal
ooh.
with that shit.
But meanwhile, it's only 3 years, but it's a big
That's a
three.
huge,
That's a huge 3 years.
I was out of high school. I think I was 19, and I was going out with a 16-year-old. And she had just turned 16. Like, I think I was at her Sweet 16 party.
my God.
And her fucking father hated me. Fucking hated me. Gave me a speech once in his work truck, like, of my intentions and shit. And then you got to come up with the bullshit because, of course, you're just
And
there
he
to
knows
fuck.
you're full of shit.
Of course he does.
He's thinking, what kind of whore did I raise?
I think back at that now, and I'm thinking, like, God damn, I'm like 10 years older than he was then, and, just if I was that guy sitting there, I'd have fucking tried to choke me. I'd have fucking choked me out.
I remember I had a girlfriend when I was 17 and she was 15, and then I turned 18 and she was 16, and there was like some real concern that I was going to go to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was fucking a girl who was underage. I was a man and she was a child.
But you're in a relationship kind of for the time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
a
what's
little
going on
odd,
here?
isn't it?
Are we in trouble?
Like, this is illegal, but,
What were you like right before you turned 18? Like, sweetie, I got another month here. let's make the most of this.
I don't think I realized
Put a towel down on the bed. Every week counts.
Don't worry about the period. I'll fight through it.
There's my contribution for the day.
There you go.
BillBurr.com, ladies and gentlemen. East Coast, represent.
All right. We have more audio of this left-handed thing. Let's see what the doctor has to say.
On its surface, I tend to say this has got to be silly, and yet when you look at the numbers indicate from this study that you're 2.4 times more likely. That seems more than a statistical anomaly.
Well, that's right. And, of course, we do statistics to say, is this likely to be by chance or is this real? On the other hand, I don't want people to panic about this. Lefties have enough to worry about. They have to stand on their head to use a pair of scissors, for crying out loud. The numbers in this study are quite limited. So I don't want anybody panicking about this. But it could be real, and it could be due to genetics. It's also speculated that hormonal exposure while we're developing in the womb may influence which side of our brain is dominant, and hormonal exposure in the womb can also influence the risk of breast cancer. So it's plausible and warrants further investigation. Nobody panic, however.
Oh, don't panic now.
No.
Left hand, don't start chopping your breasts off.
Are there other medical distinctions between left-handers and right-handers? You mentioned the scissors, but that's just because scissors are basically constructed for right-handers.
But you know what? Everything's constructed for right-handers. You know, the word sinister comes from the Latin word for lefty,
sinistra,
because we tend to think there's something just not quite right about lefties. The world is designed for right-handed people, and as a result of that, lefties have more trauma. They actually tend to die earlier because machines are designed more for right-handed people.
Can't use
On the
these
other hand,
scissors.
they tend to make better pitchers. They do real well in the major leagues. And they're really dangerous in a street fight because that left hook surprises and gets you every time.
It's actually a right hook, you fucking idiot. It's a straight left and a right hook, dummy.
Nobody panics.
Exactly. Thanks.
You don't throw a left hook when your right hand's forward, you fuckhead.
Do you think this science guy knows anything about fighting?
He's talking about street fights.
Yeah,
What are you talking
stop.
about, stupid?
You know, when I used to scrap.
All right, we're going to take a break.
Righto.
When we get back, we have a Gulf Coast lullaby.
What is that?
I have no idea.
That is the shittiest radio tease ever. I have no idea what that even is.
Some dude wrote a song about the Katrina survivors.
Oh, okay. Now I'm hanging.
These are always fun to listen to, right?
Yes.
Every tragedy needs their songs.
Needs their song. Everybody they all think that's going to be their big break. Like when a tragedy comes, 9/11 was king for this, man. You got all these hack musicians writing these sensitive America songs, thinking that, you know, having that dream that that's going to be the one that makes it big and puts them over the top.
Oh, yeah,
and we were playing them, and they were awful.
Every country singer. Who's the first guy who did the red, white, and blue?
Is that Toby Keith?
Is that that? I'm proud to be an American.
No, gonna
at least
put a boot in your
I'm free.
Wow.
Stop. We're just pissing off like all the Midwest. That's a good goddamn song. Won't you shut your fucking mouth, you goddamn shitty.
Yeah, some guy called somebody a commie on here the other day.
Yeah, called him a commie.
For
You
what?
fucking commie.
From his bunker.
What did
Where's he?
What did you say that he called you a commie?
No, I can't remember who the fuck. He was calling like another caller a commie. It's like, dude,
because he was bashing Bush
it's like
or
we're
something.
beyond the communists at this point. Yeah, it's like fucking. We're into the terrorist era now.
Yeah, you're the Al Qaeda. You're Al Qaeda.
You evildoer supporter.
Your axis of evil. It's what you are, commie.
All right, we're gonna go to break with another track from Stephen Lynch's latest CD. What's it called again, Ann? It's right in front of you. The CD's called what?
Trinkets
Craig?
Made from Gorilla.
That's Jim Norton's
that's
CD.
Jim Norton's. Of course, it's called the Gregg Machine.
We got Al Jorgensen of Ministry coming in. What time? I think around 10 o'clock or so. 10 a.m. Al Jorgensen, lead singer of Ministry. Those guys have been around a long, long time.
Yeah.
And he wanted a bottle of wine for his appearance. So Eric went out and got some cheap wine.
Did you get cheap wine?
Well,
because he's an aficionado, so he's probably a wine snob, right?
Yeah, supposedly he really likes his wine.
You were turning into a wine snob for a while. Like, I remember we'd be out to dinner with Bob or someone from XM. Here comes E-Rock. To his theme music. He's got faggot.
He's got walk-on music, Joe. E-Rock, how much for that bottle of wine?
It's about $42.
$42.
Oh, he's going to hate
And what is it, Ope?
I don't
it's
know.
a gallon.
Chateau, hot
box with the tap on the side. That's always good. Well, you can put it up on that shelf in your fridge and just kind of dump it out of the little valve, the plastic valve.
Keg. A keg of wine.
If it was only $42, he's going to hate it if he likes his wine. Well, absolutely.
Ah, yes. Chateau 98. Yeah, he's not going to like this. If he's a rock star, he's probably getting over $100 bottles.
Yeah, the other bottles that he listed were $100, $200.
Oh, he listed?
I'm scared that, people were going to judge me and think,
Tyra.
some
Tyra
stupid anorexic girl. And I'm not like that. Just
body image on Tyra.
What's wrong with her?
Do you understand that you wrote a letter to me? You wrote to me. Your mom didn't say, "Oh, my daughter has such a problem," and I want.
She's upset with body image.
Yeah.
She's sitting, but I don't see any problems as yet.
As much as you want what you think is a perfect body,
her ass is a
something
little
about
big.
that's not right.
Is it?
Something about
Tell
that's
her to
not right. How
stand.
funny is that?
And you're here because of that, so I don't think anybody.
She's no Maury Povich. Maury would have her in a bikini parading around the audience. Your ass is a little fat.
She'd be eating cake by now. If she was not Maury. All right, it's Selena. 15 years
probably
old.
got a big fat Mexican mom.
Try to eat, I can't.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Look at her. Her mom's probably a fucking cow, and she doesn't want to be like her mom.
Oh, Mexican food is brutal. They even like fry the ice cream. It's like you just fucking take it to a whole other level.
I love burritos, bro.
To be focused. I don't see that when
I want to see how Tyra handles this situation.
I'm going to show you something
Here we go.
right now.
A picture of me
Show 'em.
when I was your age.
I'm going to show you
Watch
because you
this.
say that you want to look like me and you want to be so skinny.
I saw this
skinny.
in the
Picture
preview.
of her?
You know what my
watch.
stomach looks like up under
Watch.
this shirt right now?
Don't do it, Tyra. Don't do it.
Do you know what it looks like?
Don't do it.
Why don't you touch it first? Why don't you squeeze right here?
Yeah, grab her
Squeeze
titty.
that right there. All right? Now we're going to show everybody what that looks like. Look at that. That's me. Sometimes I have to do like this to get comfortable on this couch.
Keep going.
She thinks that
Wow,
she
what a
needs
fat
something
pig
to
she is. She's sitting down, hunched over, and a little bit of belly is touching her pants.
I can do that.
Yeah, right. You want to see?
I want to see this.
Want to see what it looks like?
Anyone else notice that Tyra Banks is starting to look like RuPaul?
I drew myself. I see myself.
A little RuPaul going on there.
Right, the kid needs better pants. I'll say that. Her jeans are a little weird on her ass, but
yeah, she's got a big ass.
Just like,
that's good though.
I have fat lines right here. I have love
does not have a
handles.
confident posture.
I don't have a butt. You know, I have stretch marks in my legs.
Whoa.
I don't really like wearing skirts because.
That's how she sees herself.
Yeah,
drew it like
And
Frankenstein.
what is this 2 huge legs?
My legs, I feel
That
like
girl
I'm
is going to be
really
so
big
easy to
legs.
fuck. Not even funny. Wow.
Some toothless homeless guy. Hey, good
Oh,
looking.
hey, you are so cute.
How does that little girl have stretch marks on her legs already?
She doesn't.
Is that
That's what
maybe
she's
she does?
seeing
Maybe, is that
herself.
like a genetic thing, man? The stretch mark thing? Because like some chicks have babies and whoosh, bang, they just snap
They
right
snap
back.
right back.
And other girls just
Others
just
yeah.
a wreck.
Got like stretch marks on their kneecaps or
Pussy
something.
looks like a fucking catcher's mitt. It's gone.
Hey,
It's just
speaking of which,
stretched and
does
pounded
Britney
out.
Spears snap back?
No. Nay.
Nah, she's
Nay,
over,
I say.
right? Oh,
Look at her
done.
chin. Look at her
Yeah.
chin. She's got that frog chin.
Yep.
It's that weird sag, the skin from her. It doesn't go back. It goes straight from the chin, like slopes down to the
Telltale.
neck. Yeah. Oh, it's a mess.
Telltale.
That whole area is a mess.
She was always like
Meanwhile,
struggling.
what a pimp that fucking Kevin Federline guy is. Thank God we got one. All right? We got one. After all these fucking years of guys getting raped, all the Johnny Carson stories and Steven Spielberg's, how much? How much did he get? We got one. We got a fucking loser, some white trash piece of shit, fucked a supermodel, superstar, super pop star. And
Rich.
is driving around in fucking Ferraris, and he shot a live round into her pussy, and he's got her for life. She's stretched out and wrecked, and he's driving a fucking Ferrari. We got one. We got one on our side. We win this round.
And when does he move on? Because now he has the
Soon,
fame and the money,
very
right?
soon.
He
Very
fucking
soon.
wrecked her.
Very
he
soon.
wrecked
Very
Britney
soon.
Spears.
I say he's gone within the year.
He's going to find another pop star. Some other
Yeah.
girl's going to want to be the next Britney Spears. She's going to meet him at some fucking awards show. And,
Yeah.
you know, they're going to talk, and, you know, it's not really going so good with me and Britney, you know.
Yep.
Some postpartum.
He has some sort of fucked up credibility now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
wow,
It's on a
Britney
reality
was with
show.
him.
Yeah.
He must have something.
We Tom Arnold. We had one, too. But Tom Arnold fucked a fat chick. It doesn't really count, right? We didn't really win that one.
Yeah, he kind of lost.
Yeah. It's
And
not
won at the
worth
same.
it.
But
Yeah.
other people
That was
talk
a
about
draw.
this,
But he
though,
made
but
it
how
through.
he's a lifer now.
Yeah.
The guy, managed to parlay that into an actual career.
Yeah. He made it
Yeah.
through. He made it through. It is possible.
Can I interrupt for a second? Eric's waiting to leave. Eric, thank you. So
Oh,
the
Eric?
wine hopefully will be good enough for Al Jorgensen when he comes in a little later of Ministry.
Could it be the worst music ever?
got
Walk
Walk
on,
On.
walk out music ever? I say yes. I can't think of much that could be worse. Fantastic.
That would even suck when that song was a hit.
Right.
Yeah.
When it was a hit, you don't want to walk in.
No, it's the best part of that bit. He hates it, but he's being a good sport. He actually waited for us to acknowledge that he's going to now
Yeah.
leave so we can play the music. So everyone can have a nice laugh.
That walk-on music just has to end stopping, kneeling, and having a dick in your mouth. That's how the walk ends with that music. Oh, the worst.
All right, we got to get Steven here because he got an email from this guy, Les Llewellyn, something, I don't know. And it reads, please consider playing a new song about Katrina survivors on your station or posting a link on your website by the band Dixie Lizard.
Huh?
You should
What?
really take the time to listen to the song that I wrote in honor of all of those affected on the Gulf Coast.
It's a serious song?
Yeah, oh
I
yeah.
love the serious
Oh
ones.
yeah.
Remember the one of my favorites of all time was Remembering Lacey, the Lacey Peterson tribute song. Some guy actually fucking wrote a song about Lacey Peterson, and we couldn't keep a straight face. Had Connor being dead in the whole thing. Oh, here comes Steve. Ooh,
Hey Steve.
perfect. You're
Thank
getting
you.
very good at landing that thing.
Are you enjoying the show with Joe Rogan
I
today
certainly
and
am.
Bill Burr?
Joe's great, and this guy's good too.
This guy. He's always a prick. Hey, you had a story about hybrids.
You're still mad about that Big A car.
I am.
Quickly, Steve has a hybrid car. He's got the Prius. Is that the one you own? And it runs on gas and electric.
Sounds like a muscle car.
It really is.
Prius. Yeah, right. And he says
tattooed arm hanging out the side.
It's saving him all kinds of money, he says.
I like it.
But there was a survey that came out. Some economists and stuff got together and crunched some numbers, Steve. And what I'm seeing here is hybrid cars, they run about $3,800 more than their regular
counterpart.
Sure. So it's the new technology costs more. Yeah, so most of them cost a little more than what you would spend for a comparable car. $3,800 more is what they're saying.
Sure. Who did this study?
Yeah.
This study was done by Edmunds.com. The partners at Edmunds.com. I guess they're a survey place. What do I know? It seems legit. They have a website. You could go there and see a horse fuck a guy to death. I think.
Isn't Edmunds the company that comes out that does the Blue Book, or is that something else?
Could be. That would give them more credibility, wouldn't it? Well, anyway, $3,800 more. Let's see, a hybrid including purchase, maintenance, insurance costs over 5 years, assuming 15,000 miles of driving per year. You'll make up the cost in gasoline money if the price of gas immediately goes up to $9.20 a gallon.
He's praying for hurricanes now.
Yeah, exactly. No, well, first
and for the entire 5-year period, it has to stay at $9.20 a gallon for you to have made money or saved money by getting a hybrid vehicle.
However, and I think that's true in some realm. However, the Prius doesn't have a non-hybrid counterpart.
That doesn't really mean much, but
that's not taking into account, or is it the tax incentives? The $3,400 or $3,500 tax incentives that the government gives you for buying.
How about the pleasure of going over 35 miles an hour? Isn't that worth a buck or two?
My hybrid goes plenty fast. Thank you very much.
Like a soapbox car. Going to be at the top of a hill with his dad cheering him on.
Little Rascals episode.
Got a cat and a puppy in the front on a conveyor belt.
I like my hybrid. I really do. And I don't.
You got a boxing glove on an accordion so you can punch people in the head as you drive by him, Steve.
But it's also not taking into account if you trade in another car and get a hybrid. So I mean, yeah, I'm sure those economics do work. And I'm no friggin' economist. I have no idea. But if you trade in a car and get a 20, say 15 or 20 on a trade-in, and will only wind up coughing up another 2 on a hybrid, I'm sure it's going to pay for itself pretty quickly.
It's all relative, though, because you could use the same trade-in to get the comparable regular good car.
Okay, fine.
I read some weird shit online where there's some scientists that actually believe that oil is not a fossil fuel. It's not from dead dinosaurs.
Really?
They believe it's some part of a natural process that occurs underneath the Earth's surface.
And like it'll keep happening?
Yeah, it'll keep happening.
I like that guy.
Yeah, there's a book out. I just ordered the book from Amazon.com. I haven't read it yet, but if anybody knows about that, call in. Because apparently it's like an actual theory that scientists are considering. The guy who did it is like, I think he's a professor at Columbia or some like legitimate university.
Edmunds.com?
But I mean, how crazy would that be if they found out that oil isn't, a finite resource?
On the other end of the spectrum, I get emails all the time from people that say we're completely running out of oil. There's none left under the ground. It's all a big lie. And I don't know. I can't imagine that even if that is the case, and down the road, whether it's 50 or 100 years down the road, that we run out of oil, that it's just going to be, well, that's it. Use your laptops as doorstops because we're done. Don't you think there are alternative fuel sources out there, but we're really not going to start working on them until you go up to the gas pump and a drop comes out and you go, hey, what the fuck?
Yeah.
There's nothing left.
Well, you handle everything like a term paper.
Right. Last minute.
That's the same
exactly.
way we handle
Why work on it now when I could go to the gas pump?
And then we'll go to those big windmills.
Right.
Y2K was the same thing. We didn't deal with that till like September of 1990.
Remember?
People like,
exactly.
Dude, I gotta start writing this thing.
Exactly.
You got to think the oil companies already have established what technology they're going to embrace once oil gets prohibitively expensive, which it isn't yet.
No.
But I'm sure the technology exists, but alternative energies in terms of hydrogen or solar power just don't exist in the amounts that we need them to.
And it's not viable to make whatever you need to turn this into energy right now because there's oil and it's cheaper. It always works out to be cheaper.
At the moment, it's cheaper, and it's not
sources.
that oil's going to run out. Like, as in, you're just going to start pumping a dry well.
Yeah, you think we're really going to run out?
No, it's not going to run out. It's just the amount of cheap oil. The amount of cheap oil that's going to be accessible and realistic for people to produce plastics and fertilizer and gasoline is going to run out within the next 50 years. So
is that true? Is that
if you do a Google search on peak oil, the actual stuff that you'll read will scare the shit out of you.
I think there's so much oil down there that
we just got to find it.
That's Alaska.
But here's the question: how many dead? This is this guy's point that wrote this book was like. Besides the scientific points, like logically, it was like how many dead dinosaurs are there?
Yeah.
And why are they at the bottom of the ocean? You know, why are they in these weird spots? Like
they all died together.
Yeah. What is that?
Is
that real?
I think dinosaurs are used as like the. It was dinosaurs, but it was actually all the living shit that was going on back then.
But big ones.
If it's covered up long enough with enough heat and pressure, you get fuel. But it's just a matter of finding it. Like I said, Alaska, packed with it.
Is it really?
But we just get like, you can't drill in Alaska. It's pure. It's pristine. And all these environmentalists say you can't really drill there in quantity. But believe me, you run out of gas. Right, fucking dump it in Alaska. Let's start fucking pumping.
Of Alaska, have you guys seen Grizzly Man?
Yes. We talk about it all the time.
How fucking awesome is that movie? That's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my life. I cried laughing through that movie.
I got scared because I thought you really liked it for what it was supposed to be about. Why did they Why didn't they fucking
I saw it twice. It was awesome.
I brought this movie to the show. You guys haven't seen it yet. Why didn't they play the audio of him getting eaten at the end of it?
That guy was a pussy. The guy who made the documentary didn't realize he was making a comedy.
It's a fucking documentary. You got to go there in the end. You got to play the audio of him getting eaten alive.
It's a comedy.
Yeah.
It's a comedy. It's a fucking genius comedy. That's what it is. He's like, I love you. I love you. Yeah. Meanwhile, this bear is just looking for some fucking food. They're ignoring him. He doesn't give a fuck about that guy.
Yeah. It was just a matter of time that they ate
suicide by bear, definitely. Yep. That guy wanted to go.
Thank you. That's what I said on the show.
Oh, that's what I said right when I got out of there. Because suicide by bear.
He understood the bears he was usually around, and then he decided to stay later when all these other bears took over for the bears he knew all about.
When they were in hibernation.
And the reason why I think it was suicide by bear, the guy was an attention-seeking whore, man. And he wasn't getting the attention anymore. He wasn't getting the spots on David Letterman and all that. It's like, fuck, man, I'm doing this year after year, and no one cares anymore. I got to do something big here.
And plus, the guy was...
And he hated his fucking life.
Yeah, he hated his life. He was gay, obviously.
I was going to say that, too.
Obviously gay and in denial about it. And how about the one time when he's like, I don't know, my girls don't like me. I don't know, my girls don't like me. And I'm like, maybe because you live in the fucking woods with scary monsters.
Right.
And you're gay. Those are two things that chicks generally like to avoid.
How about you start by talking like a man and they might like you a little better.
I was like, if, one of your friends called you up and said, hey, I want to set you up with this guy. He's gay and he lives in the woods with scary monsters.
He lives with bears and he has a lisp.
I walked out of the theater saying that guy wanted to kill himself. And this is the way he wanted to go out and just be bigger than life, man.
Totally. He even said that in his death that it would serve more, that people would pay attention to his work,
Why was the camera on at that moment, too,
yeah.
But the fucking... The guy that filmed the damn thing, he doesn't play the audio.
And he told the lady to destroy it.
We said that yesterday, I think, on the show. Because someone said, well, eventually that audio will be out there. No, the guy made one of his fake girlfriends listen to it.
Yeah, maybe she didn't listen, though. Maybe we could get her.
And then you saw the reaction on her face, so it was horrific, obviously. Yeah. And then the guy's like, he hands it back to her and goes, you really should destroy this. I'm sitting there in my seat like, are you fucking kidding me? Because they teased throughout the whole movie they might play the audio, but I knew damn well there's no way they were going there right off the bat.
I had heard before.
That's why I didn't see it.
Oh, it's so worth seeing. It's so good.
No, but I didn't want to listen to some guy getting mauled to death by a bear. That's like those people go on the internet and watch like a terrorist saw somebody's head off.
Oh, I can't watch those.
See it? I'm like,
can't watch them.
That's another thing I refuse to do.
I have not watched those. Steve watches them.
Ultimate Fighting and
Jimmy Norton watches them.
That's a big leap between Ultimate Fighting. You're tapping out.
I understand.
Fucking noggin chopped off with a saw.
Guy pulls the knife out. You just tap his leg. All right, we can't chop his head off.
Ben watches it once a week.
Ben is another sicko.
He'll start it up and I'm like, see ya, I'm out. I'm out.
So disturbing.
Did you watch March of the Penguins?
Yeah, I saw that.
All right.
But the only thing I like about that is when the leopard seals come out and just start jacking penguins, dude. Those monsters. Those things are monsters. Those leopard seals.
Yeah.
They're like intelligent intelligent seals that are carnivores, and they go chase it. Not what we think of seals. We think of seals as like, happy, like
they
play
play the
a beach
horn.
ball. These are fucking monsters, man. These are predators that live in the Antarctic. It's so funny because like we have this really distorted perception of so many animals that live in the Antarctic, like polar bears. What would you do for a Klondike? Polar bears are fucking vicious monsters. They're the most vicious mammals known to man. Polar bears actively target humans like at birth. Like they come out of the room, they're like the alien. Like my friend Kevin is a veterinarian, and he told me that polar bears, they would go through Eskimo villages and they put their fucking paw over their nose so that they can't see them in the snow. They figured out that they can cover the black dot of their nose, and they can like creep up on the Eskimos better. They're vicious motherfuckers.
They also have like absolutely no fear
of anything.
Of man. Like some animals be like, whoa,
yeah, you got this. No,
run away. They just look at you and start running at you.
Yeah.
As you try to get back to the Jeep.
Yeah, but all they see is Eskimos. Are you scared of an Eskimo when you see them?
Well, it doesn't matter. They don't give a fuck. Everything
How much
up there
of a bitch
food.
is that black dot? I never thought about that.
Well, they hunt for seals the same way. They hunt for seals. They lean out over the ice islands, those little ice islands, and they put their paw over their nose and just jack a seal and throw them over their head.
They had to learn that though. How much of a bitch was it at first going, this fucking dot on my face?
How'd they figure it out?
White, and I got this fucking dot on my face.
It's how did one bear tell the bear, dude? We gotta I saw
right?
I saw you coming. There's a crazy story that I read once about these guys that are on an ice cutter, and the ice cutter sprung a leak, and they had to get off of it, and they called for help. And they climbed onto an ice island, and while they were waiting on this ice island, they saw a polar bear, like out in the distance. And they're like, shit, how much time do we have before help comes? And help is supposed to be there in like a couple hours. And the polar bear just started getting closer, like looking at them, checking them out, diving into the water, swims over to the next shelf, and then hops in there and looks at them, tries to check, and then he got closer, and then finally he was right next to them on the next ice island, dove into the water, climbed up, just grabbed the first guy, just grabbed him, ripped him apart, pulled him into the water, swam back over to the other shelf, and ate him in front of those guys. And then help came. Help came. They fired a gun at the bear, jumped in the water, and they ate one of them. But these guys had to watch as their buddy got eaten right in front of them.
That's pretty
Just
goddamn
eaten by
brutal,
a gigantic fucking monster.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
What are you gonna do?
Hoping that the bear chews 30 times before it's swallowed.
Right. Yeah, you got to think. All right, I feel bad. He's dead and all, but I hope it takes him a while.
Think of some of the shit that we're scared of. You think of horror movies like The Werewolf or a vampire. That's not shit compared to a fucking polar bear.
Yeah.
And polar bears are real. Fuck a werewolf. Running down the street chasing you. These are real monsters.
And you got some shit you can defend yourself against vampires and werewolves. You got the silver bullet, the cross. You hold a cross up to a fucking bear, he might pick his teeth with it later.
You got a gun, you better have a fucking
out of there,
big gun.
Yeah.
A .38? That's not going to work, dude. Those bullets just go in them, and they're fine.
And he's got a little more time to eat you before maybe he gets hurt.
So scary. There's so many animals like that. Everyone's always searching for Bigfoot and shit. Well, if they found Bigfoot, what is it? It's another fucking gorilla thing. It doesn't even kill anybody.
That we just didn't discover yet. That's all that is.
If crocodiles didn't exist, you know how fucking scary crocodiles would be if it was in a movie? There's an animal that can hold its breath underwater for hours. It doesn't have to eat for a fucking year. They can lie motionless under 10 inches of water for hours, just wait for something to walk by, and they jump up and grab it.
In the world. An alligator or a crocodile are one of those things that, if it didn't exist, it would be just like dinosaurs.
Yeah.
You can't picture a dinosaur walking around the earth.
Right.
And if a croc didn't exist, you'd feel the same way.
There was a time,
but they're real.
You
take it for granted, it's there, but it truly is.
They kill people every year. Every year.
Oh, brutal.
Well, what were people thinking before they actually discovered the crocs? You know what I mean?
When they saw it the first time.
It was another Bigfoot out there. That's all that was. It was another creature that we don't know about.
Beaten in front of it. Dude, what the fuck was that?
Exactly.
Yeah, someone has to discover this shit. But
First time you went to Florida.
Before then, you're like, what the hell was that? You're thinking it's some kind of alien creature.
There's some crazy shit that they haven't even discovered yet. You know, just recently they found a new species of chimpanzee in the Congo. A gigantic chimpanzee that's over 6 feet tall. It's called the Bondo ape. The locals have 2 different names for chimpanzees. They have what they call the tree beaters and the lion killers. And the lion killers are these gigantic chimpanzees. They're like 6 feet tall. They get to be like 400 pounds. They sleep on the ground because they don't give a fuck. They don't have to sleep in trees. You know, people like your building, like when you, we all come from chimpanzees, obviously. We always have our master bedroom upstairs, and that's from our chimpanzee heritage. That's what that's from. We stay upstairs to protect ourselves, just like chimps do. They sleep in trees to protect themselves from predators. These other chimps are so badass. They nest on the ground. They're fucking loked. They kill lions. Like the locals that live in the Congo say these things kill fucking lions. Could you imagine a chimp?
Holy shit,
a chimp that's not 4 feet tall, but the chimp that's 6 foot tall, 400 pounds, just a giant, and they walk upright. That's the crazy thing. If you look it online, look up giant mystery ape. It's called the Bondo ape. It's in a part of the Congo called Bili.
Kind of hard to get him into those coveralls and smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
Yeah, hard to get him in that little
BJ in the
outfit.
I mean, there's a photo. There's a guy named Carl Amon who is a wildlife photographer from Switzerland who's dedicated a huge chunk of his life tracking down this gigantic chimpanzee, and he's got all these photographs of it. And one of the crazy things about it is the thing stands upright. It doesn't walk with its feet outward, and it doesn't walk with its its back parallel to the ground. It walks upright. And it's like got long arms, and it's a fucking freaky looking giant chimp.
Damn.
They have a photograph of one that they shot and killed too, and it's like next to these 2 guys, and they're standing next to him, and it just dwarfs them. It's fucking enormous.
Is it a new picture of one of those old time adventurous pit helmet guys?
They have one of those too.
I love when they have those old guys. Here's where I bagged a dinosaur. It's like some guy in a pith helmet, and a black and white picture of him holding something up.
That safari helmet.
Yeah, safari helmet could be a monkey, could be a fish.
They do have an old photograph
from some huge fucking elephant gun he shot him with.
They have an old photograph of one that they believe is a Bondo ape that was from like 1920, and they always thought this was just some freaky gorilla that someone killed.
Yeah.
But now they believe it's this gigantic chimpanzee.
God damn.
And they're holding it. 2 guys are holding it up, and it's bigger than both of them, and it's a chimp. It's a huge chimp.
Why did it take so long to discover this?
Because the Congo is insane. The Congo is like, first of all, the Congo's only been around for 2,000 years. I mean, the Congo is one of the weirdest parts of the world because it's one of the rare places where you can see evolution happening right now. There's an animal called the diker that's an antelope that swims underwater. Oh, that's the chimp. You got a picture of it. See how it's standing up?
Yeah.
See that the fucking thing is standing up? No, that's real, bro. That's a camera trap.
Wow.
See the other one? That's the other one is the one that they killed.
Backyard.
Yeah.
But in the Congo, there's an animal called a diker, which is an antelope that swims underwater for 100 yards. It can swim underwater, and it eats fish. It's a fucking antelope. Because what happened was the Congo used to be grasslands, but the climate changed, and all of a sudden it became a rainforest, and all these plains animals like rhinos and elephants, they all got trapped in this fucking forest, and they had to adapt. And they're adapting right now, and you can see it. There's all kinds of crazy shit. Like there's fish that come out of fucking water and walk on land to the next water. I mean, that's evolution. That's what we supposedly did, right? People came out of the ocean, they walked on land. You can fucking see that in the Congo. It's happening right now.
You don't need Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve.
And it's only happening over the last 2,000 years.
Eve made Adam eat the apple.
Ain't no thing.
I'm going to start smoking pot again, man.
I thought it was the lollipops.
I'm convinced.
You're watching Discovery Channel with the lollipops and getting a little twisted view of things.
Oh, dude, it's a
I gotta go back to pot.
Things.
He's having too much fun with his
Joe's
life.
half asleep. He's watching one show on the Congo, and then it switched into a show on evolution. He put them both together with the pot lollipops, and now it's like revisionist Rogan history. Dude, I swear to God.
I want to get
fucking
Joe
pterodactyl and Orville and Wilbur Wright strap themselves to this fucking thing.
I want to get Joe Rogan basic cable. Whatever channel he's watching. Dude, they got these fucking snakes, right? They can fly. Right? They coil up, and it's like a helicopter, and they fucking land on you. Bam!
On Rogan Cable.
We got to go to Josh in D.C. Josh, what's up?
What's up, guys? Yo, with all due respect, Joe, how the fuck do you know all this stuff? I swear, do you watch the Discovery Channel 24 hours a day?
Dude, I got the cushiest job ever. Fear Factor is a part-time job, literally. I work 3 days a week. I don't even work 8 hours a day, and I smoke pounds of weed. Dude, seriously, I smoke the shit that the government drops off in the ghetto to keep the black man down.
Instead of eating, you watch the TV and you learn all this.
You watch a lot of Discovery,
I watch a lot of, but I also read a lot. I get fascinated by weird subjects, like a lot of animal shit, because I'm just fascinated by humans in general and the fact that humans are mostly animals. It's like people don't want to admit that people came from monkeys, but meanwhile they've mapped the human genome. We're 99% fucking chimpanzee. Like, at what percentage do we have to admit we're a fucking monkey? Does it have to be 100? I mean, if you ate a sandwich, it was 99% shit and 1% ham. Would you call it a ham sandwich? You know? We're fucking monkeys, man. And it's just fascinating that we color ourselves with cultural traditions and language and all this bullshit when, at the bottom line, we're really just a complicated form of bacteria.
All right, hold on.
No different than any other animal.
Allison from Florida is going to challenge you. Allison, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a primatologist. There's no such thing as a Bondo ape.
You're a fucking idiot. Go online and look it up.
You're a what? What do you do?
It's a new discovery. You're a primatologist? Well, look it up. You're not current. Pay attention. Go online and look it up.
Yeah, this is student.
Yeah, you've learned some shit from the college. When did you graduate?
I have a PhD from
When
2000.
did you graduate? When?
From 2000.
Yeah, when was the last time you got online and researched primates? Have you ever looked at any of the new discoveries? Have you looked at any of Carl Amon's work?
Yeah, I've been to Africa.
What are you laughing at? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? I'll tell you why you're laughing, because you don't have a point. So you're trying to, oh, you're ridiculous. I have a PhD. Meanwhile, there's all sorts of photographs of this primate, this gigantic chimpanzee. Not only that, it's on National Geographic, stupid. NationalGeographic.com. CNN.com, stupid. No. There's bones, there's tissue samples, there's hair, there's fecal matter, there's all sorts of different things. Now, they've mapped the DNA of this animal already.
Oh, please.
What do you mean, oh, please, stupid? You haven't paid attention to it at all. These are legitimate scientists and primatologists that are in the Congo studying this thing. And you don't know. Yet you're calling up. You've done zero research on this. You haven't looked into it at all. You're telling me we know all the animals that are in the world? Are you telling me we know all the animals in this gigantic, several thousand-mile-long, intense rainforest? We've mapped that out.
There's another fake chimpanzee out
No,
there.
it's not a fake, stupid. It's not a fake. Listen, they have skulls. Listen to me. They have skulls. They have hair. They have fecal samples. They have photographs. They have a dead one. Okay? Yeah. Bye.
They're from Fringe.
Not Fringe. CNN. Okay? National Geographic. All these different legitimate scientific resources. Go look it up. Bye.
You'd like to prove that, wouldn't you? Get your name in the National Geographic.
Silly! Listen to her. Oh, I have a PhD. I mean, why do people argue about something that haven't looked into at all? Why wouldn't she, as a primatologist, go, whoa, for real? Let me look into that. Holy shit. Well, that makes sense. I mean, how could they possibly know all the primates? I mean, couldn't there possibly be another one? But no.
Where was she from?
Florida? Florida? Somewhere in Florida there.
She's dumb enough to live where hurricanes hit.
All right, listen, we're gonna take another break.
Right.
We're gonna play the tribute song for the victims of Hurricane Katrina when we get back.
I want to hear that.
I'm a primatologist. Those are fringe sites. Like National Geographic is a fucking fringe site. CNN is a fucking fringe site. That's what angers me about people. They think that they know without even looking into it. That is insane. Oh.
And with that, we'll continue.
Fringe. I have a vagina.
Breaking news across the XM nation. XM now has 5 million subscribers. This is Larry King. Congratulations, XM, on your latest headline.
Hey, this is Dick Cabot, and congratulations to XM on 5 million subscribers. I don't believe it.
Hey, this is Robert Kelly. XM, I want to say congratulations on 5 million subscribers. That's a lot of fucking subscribers.
Hey, what's that?
Well, you've never seen it before?
Looks like a rock.
New from Sedentary Toys and the Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, it's so shiny.
It's got corners.
It's the cool new toy that has everyone jumping for joy.
O&A Party Rock! It's not just any rock.
It's the O&A Party Rock. The O&A Party Rock is incredibly versatile.
You can chuck it, you can fuck it, you can drop it in a bucket.
You can race it, you can chase it, you can yell right in its face. It's the bestest friend you'll ever have.
O&A Party Rock!
Why is it wearing a party hat?
Every Party Rock comes dressed in a colorful party hat and party blower, making it the centerpiece of any party.
Now with shiny red dancing shoes.
Not only that, the O&A Party Rock is
it's a fucking rock, you dildo. We got a quick request. Let me go to Tom. Tom, go ahead, man.
Hello?
Go ahead, Tom.
Hey, I think Rogan's mildly amusing today, but could he stop yelling in the microphone?
I get excited, dude.
Joe does it.
We're getting a few of those.
I'm sorry.
No, the only thing I would say is with like regular radio, they have a lot of processing. But for some reason, they haven't figured that out with satellite radio, so it goes right through people.
Nathaniel's been roadieing the volume,
Yeah,
right?
we're trying.
You're doing a good job, Joe. Just enough with the yelling, partner.
All right, I'm sorry, dude.
I love you, though, Joey.
He's going to start whispering for the rest of the show now.
No, I'm not. I'm going to forget. I'm going to get excited and I'm going to forget.
Jackie. Actually, I want you to yell more now. I love annoying people. Go ahead, Jackie.
Hi, is this Opie?
Everybody, what's up?
Hi, I just wanted somebody, I guess Tom made the same comment, but I just wanted Joe to stop yelling. Just because he's talking louder doesn't mean he's coming off.
Why did you stay on the line after he said it? He's already said it.
Yeah, all right.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's okay. We're going to calm down a
I was
little
just
bit.
curious. if
We're
you had
loving
something to
Joe
add
Rogan
to it.
today.
She sounded like she's part of like an abusive relationship. I just want you to stop yelling.
You know what? She didn't get defensive. I said, "Why'd you call?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Don't wreck our buzz. We're having a great time with Joe Rogan
I'm
today.
sorry.
man.
I get loud. I know. If I didn't know me, I would think I was a dick.
Are we promoting anything? I keep forgetting.
No.
Just
No.
Fear Factor.
Yeah.
But you just can't wait.
I'm in.
You just can't wait
at
to
the-
be canceled.
I'm at the Comedy Connection. I'm at the Comedy Connection in Boston this weekend.
Fuck, really?
Yeah. Why?
I'm thinking road trip, maybe.
Come on, motherfucker.
I'm thinking road trip.
Boston.
Haven't been
Come
in
on
Boston
out.
in a while.
We're gonna have fun.
All right.
Kind of crazy.
I'm up in somewhere up there. Where the hell am I at?
Massachusetts?
No, I'm not. Pittsfield. I'm way the hell out.
Well, I could do Pittsfield and then go to Boston.
First time I ever fucked a black chick.
I was thinking.
Really?
Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
Pittsfield.
Oh, she was dark.
Into Boston.
Dark like a Bondo ape. It was one of the weirdest fucking experiences I ever had. This girl was so black. It was the first black girl I ever had sex with, and I was really white because I was living in Boston, and the fucking sun never shines, and it's always freezing. And it was at a Jay's Comedy Club in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, and I was like 21 or something like that, 22, and I picked up this black chick. She had a smoking body, but she was so black, and we were having sex by the light of the television in this fucking shitty little hotel room that I'm playing in. And I remember I'm having sex with her. I'm looking down at her body. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, she's so
I can't
dark.
even see her.
It was so weird. It was I was hot, but at the same time I was like, wow, she's so black. It was weird. And my sperm, I remember I barebacked and shot on her back.
You had to,
Yeah,
right?
Right. And I shot
You
on her back,
had
all
to.
the white on her back. I'm like, I wish I had a picture of that. So crazy. It was the strangest thing. You get used to fucking white chicks, and all of a sudden...
On her back or on her ass?
Oh, her back.
Yeah.
I fucking sprayed.
You'd have
It was everywhere. I was so excited.
You'd have to.
Brown
like,
sugar, baby.
Like, get a girl that is the color of flat black paint.
Plus she
just
was
like black, and then it's got to be on the ass.
She was like Wesley Snipes black, man. She was black, dude. She was black. It was crazy.
Hey, can we get Steve back in here? We want to do this Katrina song. Ant, we found the Remembering Lacey song you were talking about.
Oh, I love that one.
We started this, 40 minutes ago, but basically every tragedy someone has to make a song about.
No matter
it.
how big or how small, and then the Lacey Peterson and the little unborn Connor Peterson.
And it's just an opportunity for these musicians.
Of course
That's all it is. They
You
don't
think
really
this guy
care.
really cares? Oh, he does not. Wait. Oh, wait. He's looking for clearance. He's looking right there, Steve. You could land right there.
Left the bill. There you go.
Bring it down.
All right.
There you go.
Very good.
How much? A half a thimbleful that used? Not even, right?
Not even a half a thimbleful.
That is so fuel efficient.
I
that
know
car.
it is. I
love it.
What's up with this song?
It's terrible.
Is it really?
I tried listening to it all the way through in the office, and Ben just, can you turn that off, please? It's awful.
Can you read the first paragraph of the email you received?
Again, Ben watches and listens to people getting their heads sawn off.
Yeah.
And he couldn't listen to this. He told Steve to shut it off. Freak. Fucking Ben, man.
Go ahead, Steve.
This email came in late last night, and it says, please consider playing new song about Katrina survivors on your station or posting a link on your website by the band Dixie Lizard. You should really take the time to listen to the song that I wrote in honor of all those affected on the Gulf Coast. I have friends, family, and loved ones who have lost everything as a result. Being a singer-songwriter, I took it upon myself to sing my prayer to the survivors.
It's like the little drummer boy. He had nothing to give, but he could give, like, his song and his music. Man.
Ugh. I play the bass guitar, the keyboard, and sing on this very simple but hard-hitting song.
Hard-hitting. Oh, this is going to be... I'm already...
We haven't listened to this yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to love it.
It's of no cost to anyone, and I just want to share my prayer of hope with all concerned. I would appreciate you possibly linking on the song for all your readers to
we
hear.
will.
Yeah.
It'll be prominently displayed there on Foundry Music.
Oh, it will. I'm also happy to mail you a link so you can play it on your show. And it should
gives the links. And then go down here. I also have a direct link.
I also have a direct link to the Red Cross so that listeners can donate to them if they feel the urge to do so. And
They still got a problem down there? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah.
Solved.
Yeah.
If they were doing
All
stories from
profits-
gas stations, everything's got to
All
be
profits
cool.
from the song go to the survivors, or is this going in this guy's bank
does it?
account?
I would hope no money goes in his bank account.
I hope it's one of those songs where we can maybe play that, what is he trying to rhyme with?
Yeah, can we do the rhyming game with
keep
this?
Keep your hands on the pause button up.
All right.
Because we like when he goes into
right.
something, and it's so
and you
easy
can
to
call it.
like,
Yes.
all right, and they gave with their blood, and the next word is flood, because it's so contrived, just no creativity.
I make no money from this, and it is from my heart. Please give it a listen, and if you have comments, please write me back so I can add them to my website.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all I ask.
Post that email up, baby.
Oh, plenty of comments.
Unload the pests.
See, Joe even
Release
knows
the
their
hounds.
Unleash the hounds.
Release the Kraken.
The Kraken. Oh, I totally. That was erased from my memory. I mean, from Jason the Argonauts. What was it, like 1981 or 79 or something?
That was an
Completely
evil motherfucker,
erased.
the Kraken.
Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans.
Oh, I thought it was.
Joe's
Jason the
been
Argonauts.
completely rocking for us this morning, but he stepped it up a notch in the last hour when I heard him starting to chew down on the lollipop.
I wish I had another one.
He gave up on the licking crap.
The problem is
and
my
just started
tolerance is
chomping
so
into it.
fucking high.
Yeah.
My tolerance is so high because I'm high every day. And I give pot to my friends, and they're like, how strong is it? It's kind of strong. And they're like, I can't move. I'm like, oh, shit, I forgot.
How many licks does it take to get stoned from a pot lollipop? 1, 2, 12, 16.
And then one big laugh.
People are watching me.
All right, here we go. Here's the song from. Here's the song from.
Stop looking
I'm
at
going
me.
to die someday. Shit.
Here's a song from Dixie Lizard.
Wow. Is this the funeral music?
It's like the movie that was played when Godzilla was like stomping through Tokyo in the original Godzilla movie. We're here,
The aftermath.
watching Tokyo burn. Remember that? It was like the voiceover of the American guy.
Yeah.
Like Godzilla was a Japanese movie, obviously, and then to play it off in America, they added in these clips of this American guy. Oh, it was what's his name? Fuck, can't remember his name. Shit. Now look it up. And they just like added him in so they could have like a star.
Oh, he'll have an answer though.
Yeah, Dan will get it. And it was him like talking over the destruction. And it was this exact music.
Oh, really?
In the background.
I was thinking it was the music when they talk about pollution on TV.
It was Ironside. Who played Ironside?
Raymond Burr.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was Raymond Burr.
It was Raymond
You're
Burr.
right.
Raymond
Very good,
Burr.
Wow.
Huh? That's Uncle Raymond to you?
No, never saw any money.
No relation? Bastard.
No, this is like when they're showing the destruction of Earth.
Yeah, any
The smokestacks and the pollution.
awful stuff.
Gamera.
How great were those
Mothra.
fucking movies?
Watched as a kid, always watched every single.
They were the best.
Godzilla versus the smog monster.
Can see the strength in numbers rising up.
It's like a Pink Floyd outtake.
Face the storm.
This is insane. That's the worst song ever.
There was a flood that covered up the people, and they went up to their roofs, but then...
What guy was that?
Crash Test Dummies.
Thank you. Yes.
Dummies. Yeah.
Wow. That might
Sean Penn came. They needed to get a kayak and break it through the walls, but...
Oh, he changed his direction in the middle of the song.
What the hell?
What song is this? Uh-oh.
Crash Test Dummies, isn't it?
That's not crash test.
What's wrong with you? All right, who fucked that up, Derek or Ben?
That was like Sheena Easton.
Yeah, what was that crap?
Yeah, Nathaniel's got it.
You got it, Fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember. Yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, this is their one-hit wonder.
Once there was this kid got into an accident. Thought he'd come to school, but when he finally came back, his hair had turned from black into bright white. He said that it was from when the cousin smashed his soul.
Now Charles Nelson Riley's part.
Once there was this girl who wouldn't go and change with the girls in the change room.
All right, enough. Jesus. We get it. This guy's ripping off crash test dummies.
Hello, exactly.
All right, back to the sad song about the victims of Hurricane Katrina.
Hey, Diener!
White people! White people did not get caught in the hurricane.
Uh-oh, chase the storm. Okay, there we go.
Women, children.
Born.
Sisters, brothers.
Does anything rhyme in this?
Rising up.
Storm.
To help each other?
Face
Storm.
the storm.
Yeah! My fucking bell.
I believe.
Oh my God, this can't be true.
It's awesome.
This can't be real.
Can I get a copy of this?
This is absolutely a joke. This is such a joke.
You want to hear that again?
Of course I do.
It's the greatest bad song ever.
This is wonderful.
I believe. I believe.
Twice.
Oh
my God.
Believe.
If I lived in New Orleans and I didn't die, I'd drown myself after listening to this. This is like the end of Scarface music, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. Oh, God.
You got that?
Did he picture like a montage of the pictures being played?
Must have.
Like they were going to use this?
Of course. Right on CNN.
And make a video and... God, this is so... dude.
So I believe.
I believe.
I fucking love bad shit.
Isn't it just great?
Do you like bad movies?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see The Day After Tomorrow?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite bad movies of all time. That's a great
kind of a few
movie.
loose ends on that one.
Oh, how about Cancer Baby? That's my favorite. That little kid who's the cancer baby, she won't leave.
She won't leave the hospital.
190 million people have frozen to death. And she's stuck in this toasty, warm hospital with this little cancer baby. And she's like,
waiting for the ambulance. That finally comes. Isn't that nice?
And he's the worst cancer baby actor ever. Some kid who just fucked up on the Spy Kids audition. He's got rosy cheeks, and they just fucking shaved his head. He's not even allowed to talk. He's just sitting there like this, all bored. Just like, I have to stay here with him. I can't leave.
My favorite bad one of all is Roadhouse.
Oh, yeah. I will never not watch that if it's on.
I just love the whole concept that
there's
this circuit of, like, bouncers.
Yeah.
People know, like, dude, so-and-so's coming to town. This guy's the best bouncer
Yeah,
out
they
there.
all know from different towns and states. They know he's coming.
It's like they'll apply that formula to anything, like Cocktail. Like he's the superhero bartender. Like, just give me a drink so I can get laid, you fucking dickhead. Stop flipping bottles around.
You know what's the best?
You fucking attention whore. Pour my drink.
Every bartender had to do those moves after
It's not
the movie
about
came
you,
out,
asshole. It's about me getting my fucking drink.
The very beginning of that movie, when Patrick Swayze goes down to that Roadhouse bar that he's going to clean up, they're doing like the thing where they're showing his car, that bum 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 bum. They're showing the grill, and then they show him with the sunglasses. And the very end, the last shot is he slides a cassette tape into the radio. Like, wow, this guy.
That is cool. He is cool.
Cassette tape.
What's this?
Yeah, that is
a little
I love
awful
when
movie. The rail dancer body.
The rich evil guy has him over his house. He's like, you made a lot of money off the people in this town, and I'm going to make more. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, then those fights that make no sense. Like, everyone's like 100 people in there, and 2 guys start fighting, and everybody's just like, fuck it.
Duking it out.
They just start throwing issues out. 25 feet away, all of a sudden, you're in mid-conversation. These 2 guys over here start fighting. Now you just start throwing down.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
That little movie does. He pulls the throat out.
You guys want to get back to this tribute song?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, gotta hear this.
Every
Right.
frame.
Where were we?
Something about rain.
Yeah, this is the big pan away from the world is yours statue. Yeah, Scarface.
Holy crap.
I can see the daylight coming, moving in to blind your pain.
Pain. All right, rain.
A brand new day to start rebuilding.
Rain. It's the rain, right?
A heart so strong. And our faith
Remain. God damn this idiot. Is he making this up as he goes? Believe. Fuck, something that rhymes with rain.
It's so slow, you can't even remember what the fuck he said that rhymes with it.
I know. It takes forever.
Believe you will rise again.
Jimmy, what do you think of this guy?
He stinks, and I don't like him.
I believe.
You couldn't surround this guy with enough chicken wire.
I want to know how many takes he did of this. This is the keeper.
Yeah.
How many did he toss?
Yeah, you know the producer just knows he's hopeless. Like, yeah, I think we got it on that one. I want to do another take. No, we got it, man. You were feeling it.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister.
Dude, that isn't even worthy of any of those sounds. That's just like,
wow.
That was really bad.
I kind of like it.
Someone sound like Buffalo Bill from.
I think it's going to raise a lot of money.
I can see.
Oh. Whoa.
And there it goes.
There
Never
it
to be
goes.
heard again. I believe. Where's the Peterson one? At least a little of it. Got to play for Joe or new listeners. The
Lacey Peterson.
Lacey
obviously.
Peterson. Some
This
guy
is,
decided.
Remembering Lacey.
Remembering Lacey.
A lot of rhyming in
And
this.
the unborn fetus, little Connor. Like a Dan Fogelberg song. What is this? Christopher Cross.
Remembering Lacey.
Oh my God.
Our smile would make you smile.
Smile would make you smile.
Remembering Lacey. How she loved, there's no denial. Now the
This is real?
angels hold her gently, and little Connor's with her too.
No, he's not.
And she smiles and says, we're alright, and we send our love to you.
And she says,
so full of life and happiness was pretty Lacey's
She was probably dead before she got to the
so
water.
full of life and happiness
With
was
little
Pretty
Connor
Lacey's life.
on the way,
That stinks.
just made things seem so right.
Until her husband drowned her.
Together from the start to heaven's door. And she smiles and says, we love you, to the one she's loved before. The tears that fell made flowers bloom on earth in heaven too. And little Connor runs and picks them Mama, these for you. Now
Mama, these for you.
Preparing special tributes from afar. As you gaze into the heavens, look, the Lacey Connor star.
Are we done? President Whistle.
Remembering Lacey, how her smile would make you smile.
That's always the hack solo.
Remembering
when you just
Lacey,
play the melody of the song.
Yeah, the hack solo.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like a South Park song.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
a goof that they would put in like a Team America movie or something.
Here it comes. Yeah.
And she smiles and says, we're all right, and we send our love to you.
Yeah, South Park.
Remember it, Lacey? A smile would make you smile. Alabama
And
man.
we send our love to you.
There are some fucking crackpots out there.
We love you.
Yeah,
you creep.
Did you hear the Amber Fry thing that the baby that she had, the guy was paying child support was not the father?
Really?
Yeah, something that came out last week.
Who are they speculating the daddy?
It's some guy who owns a restaurant.
Yeah?
They know who it is.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
I thought
But
maybe
the guy who's
Scotty
been paying child
was on
support all these years, not the dad.
No?
Nope.
I have a new respect
Ouch.
for Ashley Simpson.
You get that back? You get that shit back?
No, you don't get it back. Not only do you not get it back, but if you're paying child support and the kid like thinks you're the dad, I think you're
You
supposed
still
to
have
keep paying it.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I think once you assume the role of father, it's like
What a wreck.
The law is set up to protect the child.
How are you protecting the Rogan fortune? No marriage in your future?
I don't.
Fuck
no.
that shit?
No, I'll
Yeah.
never get married.
No?
No.
You never been, right?
No, I never would. No,
Smart
I mean,
guy.
I'm not anti-relationship. You know, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
anti-people telling me what to do, and I'm definitely anti-government being involved. I mean, why would you do that?
Yeah.
It's an archaic tribal ritual.
Let me get
Doesn't
into
make any sense.
a business deal,
Yeah,
which
what
it
the
is.
fuck is
I will
that?
sign a contract that is so one-sided. You wouldn't sign a fucking contract like that to buy a $200 car.
Yeah.
and now half your life is just gone.
Yeah, that's like one of those behind the music contracts.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a fucking
Yeah,
American
you
Idol
got
contract.
screwed.
It's
Yeah.
it's insane. I can't believe people are still doing it. I mean, look, I know women all want it because they all want to be locked down. And they all think the same thing. They all think I'm getting old. Not all of them, obviously. I know there's some women that don't want this. Some women that don't want to be married. Some women that are independent. But the women that want to get married, they all think the same thing. They think they're running out of time. Like no one's
Yep.
gonna want them when they get older. That's the big. I don't want to be a 50-year-old woman at the bar. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so they got to get locked into a lower rate or something. It's the same deal, I don't know what's going to happen in the future here, so I'm going to lock it in now.
My friend Eddie is the best. Like this girl said to him, she goes, "What do you want to do when you're old? You want to be alone?" He goes, "I'd rather be alone than to be locked up with some bitch. I don't even want to fuck anymore."
Wow.
Like, whoa.
You see some of those older couples. I saw one on Cops the other day, and it was just classic.
Oh.
They couldn't stop yelling at each other while the cops were in there, and they were in separate rooms. And the cops are trying to be rational, but they're both in their 70s, I think it was. And the cops are trying to say, look, we don't want to come back here tonight. We don't want to take either one of you out. You stay in this room. You're both blaming each other for nagging the other one. So you stay here and don't talk to him. You stay here and don't talk to her, and everything will be fine for the night. We won't have to come back. And the guy has to go like, yeah, but she's just a bitch. He won't stop yelling. Not for a second.
They can't help themselves.
And that is constant.
But that's
it is
all they got.
24 hours a
That's
day.
all they
It is
got.
all they have.
That's
But
exciting
they can't
for them.
break it
That's
up.
their life.
That's their life. What are
they
they
have
going to
no
do?
other options.
No.
They're too fucking stupid to have a real life.
They're going to go into
Yep.
separate
They're too
rooms
stupid
and
to
read a
do
book or something?
No, they can't.
I just don't understand why people can't just enjoy each other's company. If you don't like each other, just break up. Why does everybody have to make
No.
it permanent? And why do they have to suffer through the fucking the pain of it sucking?
It got to the point where they just their entire lives together. I'm sure, hey, doll, you want to dance? At some point, it was so fucking hot for them. They were fucking, they're dancing, they're making out in Times Square under the Jap surrender sign. How does it turn into, this fucking bitch won't leave me alone for a second? And this guy is going to die with her yelling at his dead fucking body. And that's it. You want to trip the leg fantastic, doll? No. Fast forward.
All right, listen. We got Al Jorgensen outside after the break. We're going to have him join the party today. Lead singer of Ministry, obviously. But Eric came in here to remind us that that Joe Rogan brought one of the greatest things to our satellite radio show. Remember Gangsta Fag?
Holy shit. I got to put that up on my website. I keep saying
And you know what? I don't think we've played this since we've been off the premium, so a lot of people have not heard this thing.
This is the most awful thing. You got to play. Is it? How many songs do we have?
Background. There's like 5 songs.
Because the one is the guy that falls in love with him.
Yeah, he wants it.
Yeah, he wants it really bad.
Right,
it's probably the worst one on the disc.
Yeah, we'll play a little of
this. Is this worse than the horse cock thing?
Oh, yeah.
This is the
audio-wise, yeah.
This is a hardcore gangster rapper who's gay.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And I used to do a joke about a hardcore gangster rapper who was gay, like in 1989.
So did I. What the fuck, man?
Fuck! But I used to think it was a bad joke, and I stopped doing it once I got a real act. But it was like, my idea was like that rappers always brag about how many chicks they fuck. Like, wouldn't it be funny if there's a gay rapper that would brag about how many dudes he fucks? But there really is. This guy's real. This guy's a real guy.
He's doing it. He's living it right now.
And this tape, the CD, just came. I mean, it's total chance. Nobody's ever heard of this before.
Yeah.
And this guy somehow or another produced this. And a buddy of mine was selling T-shirts. My friend Dimitri, he always comes up with these weird scams to make money. And one of his scams,
things are falling apart.
Shit is falling out.
All right.
He was selling T-shirts, and one of them was strap-on tools, and he was selling it at a gay parade to a lot of lesbians. These T-shirts, and this guy came up to him and hit on him. And the guy said, you know, he's like, look, man, I'm straight. I'm just here selling T-shirts. He goes, well, hey, man, I'm a rapper. Check out my shit. And he hands him this Gangsta Fag CD.
Wow.
And he was scared to listen to it. And he goes, you listen to it. I go, oh, man. And I held on to it for a long time. And this is where it gets really crazy. The one time I listened to it, a buddy of mine is a jiu-jitsu instructor, my friend Eddie. And he wrote a book on strangling people, on jiu-jitsu, right? So, but, you know, it looks, jiu-jitsu, if you don't know what's going on, it looks kind of gay. And when we're making this book, we're doing all these photographs of all these different techniques. So it's 2 guys bare-chested with shorts on, and, you know, they're like hugging each other and choking each other, and we're taking photographs of it. And it felt dirty, all right? It just felt funny. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to put on the Gangsta Fag CD. so I put on the Gangsta Fag CD while this is going on. This is the first time we had ever heard it. We were like, this is fucking crazy. So while this is going on, we're in my garage, which is where I have a 4-car garage, and two of the car garages is set up for jiu-jitsu. It's all mats and kickboxing bags and stuff. And we're there, and the other 2 doors are open. And the guy who cleans my pool is walking through. And he's walking into my backyard, and he wants it. This guy's talking about sucking dick, and I nutted in his face. And we're there wrestling with no shirts on. And there's a guy taking pictures, and there's like the whole thing is like the bad wood paneling on the walls. I mean, it looks like some fucking weird gay porn.
You gotta get that.
Calvin Klein
You gotta get that
commercial.
video up on your website, man.
Ouch.
We don't have a video. We just have photos.
Oh, you gotta redo
it's
it
a
now.
book.
Redo it. Get a video
But
of that.
it's fucking hysterical.
Then why
we
are
were
you
crying, and plus we were stoned out of our
thing?
fucking mind, so it made it even more silly.
Yeah, so Joe Rogan did the show with us in Vegas when we messed with Ed Asner, and you handed over this to us, and we came back to New York and played it. But why don't we play it again? He Wants It by Gangsta Fag. We might have to stop this in the middle of it. Yeah.
This is real. That's the best part about it.
See, I was getting high with my boys one day, just kicking back, hanging out in L.A. When this dude drove by in this really funky Benz, I could tell right away this motherfucker had ends. Was a white dude, about 30-something, kept staring at me, yelling like he wanted something. He called me over and he asked for directions. I saw his dick was hard, so I peeked his card. I said, you lying, you know you ain't lost. You wanna suck my dick while I'm jacking you off? I got a wife and a kid, and I'm very, very straight. So I said, take my number and my name. You can call me up when you're sick of playing games. As I walked away, yo, I knew he would call, cause if you see one bag, they can see them all.
In what universe is that happening?
Santa Monica Boulevard.
Some white guy is straight and he's got a family and he pulls over to some big black guy and wants to have some kind of sex with him.
Atlanta.
Is that where?
I think there's probably a lot of guys like that with families that are undercover.
When I was down in Atlanta, I was on that what the hell, the Chappelle Show tour. You know, all these black girls were showing up and go, God, look at these girls. These girls are gorgeous. And this dude was saying, you got to be careful down here because they have all those, what are they, down low brothers down here?
Ah, yeah.
Where they have girlfriends and they're out fucking around. So there was kind of a high HIV thing kind of going around.
Great.
That's a great thing just to put out there about Atlanta. Huh?
Hey.
So come to Atlanta.
No tsunamis, but a lot of AIDS.
I get that on a poster. All right, here we go. Back to Gangsta Fag.
So what the fuck you think? So what the fuck you mean? Cause if you see one fag, now you seen them all.
That's like when you spot your first undercover hooker in Las Vegas, and all of a sudden you just see the whole scene. Oh yeah, there's a hooker. There's a hooker. She's from Wisconsin. Saying the same thing about gay guys.
And he finally called. He said his family's gone for a week or two, and he was really bored and needed something to do. So I drove to his crib up in Beverly Hills, a bomb-ass house worth a couple of million. He said he wasn't gay, he just wanted to check. And a half hour later, he massaging my back. In his white room, he gave me some head. Went in the next room, fucked on his kid's bed. Fucked and we fucked like bitches in heat. I came on his face and all over the sheets. I was done when I started getting soft. I grabbed the kid's toy and I wiped my dick off.
My favorite line. He wiped his dick off on his kid's toy.
So what the fuck you think? So what the fuck you need? Cause if you see one fag, then you see them all.
Jimmy Jakes is suggesting this should be Eric's walk-in music.
Cause if you see one fag, then you seen them all. The dick was so good that he just couldn't pass up. So all that week, yeah, I'm tearing that ass up. He left around him and he left to suck him. And after I was done, I let my homeboys fuck him. Punk ass calls me every day. I told him we were through, then he said he would pay. So now twice a week I'm getting paid to tap him. He laced me with the cash and the V's of platinum. 1 month later and the cat's out the bag. Cause this motherfucker started dressing in drag. But I did my thing and I had my fun with him. It's time to cut him off because I'm done with him. Crying like a bitch and he's starting to beg. He's falling on the ground, holding on to my leg. Screaming, don't leave, please twist the G. But this is what you get when you fuck with me.
It's not very nice to him.
It's mean.
Yeah.
It's a mean fag.
That's sensitive.
If you see one fag,
it's like the guy loves him. And, you know,
so what the fuck you
ditching him like that.
There's another one, an anti-gay bashing one. Run from the faggots. That's a good one. Where all the faggots come and beat a guy up for gay bashing.
Oh, this is just a message.
Not gay, okay? I want you to stay away from Papa. He is not gay. We have a family and a son, and we have a life together. You stay away from you, son of a bitch.
That was his wife, I gather.
That's an actress doing a voiceover.
This is Tom. I'm calling because I miss you. Twisted, please call me, please. I miss you. I miss your fucking cock. I miss you. I'm so fucking bad. Twisted, please fucking call me. Don't do this to me, Twisted, please. My big guy, please. Mr. Twisted, this is Tim, Mr. Timmy. I just want to know why my toy's sticky and my feet, they keep sticking to me. Why? Why is my toy sticky?
Sounds like Michael Jackson.
Was that necessary? Yeah, really. He went. You know, I didn't think you could bring it over the top with that song, but at the end, he brings it over the top when he has to have the message from the little kid saying his toy is sticky.
There it is, Gangsta Fag.
Ooh. Brutal.